Okay, go ahead.
Hi everyone. Today I'm going to share about the topic that I want to share about is how Hong Kong people love Hong Kong, and then I will separate in two parts. The first one is Hong Kong people, and the other one is Hong Kong government officials. So let's talk about Hong Kong people, Hong Kong first. How they love Hong Kong. Before this, I want to talk about some background information. During these few years, like 2019 to 2020, Hong Kong have lots of things happen. We have extradition law amendment bill movement, and then have a national security law implemented by China government. So during this period, lots of protests happen because some Hong Kong people want to fight for their rights. They want their freedom, so they stand out. They stand out to do protest. So this shows that their love and care of Hong Kong. So when this kind of thing happen, lots of other countries, for example, based on Hong Kong situation, release some lifeboat plan. For example, UK, America, or Australia, or Canada, they release some lifeboat plan to help Hong Kong people to immigrate or move to their country. So during 2021 to 2022, there may be 113,000 Hong Kong people leave Hong Kong. This can't leave is mean study abroad, work or immigrate. But let's see this chart. This chart shows that in different years, how many Hong Kong people leave Hong Kong. So you can see that in between 2020 to 2022, they have the most people to leave Hong Kong to compare to the different years. So the double mind condition that I can find in this situation is Hong Kong people willing to stand out and doing some protest to fight for their rights or to fight for their freedom. But on the other hand, some of them choose to leave Hong Kong. So I think this is some kind of double mind condition. And let's move to the next part, which is Hong Kong government officials. How they love Hong Kong. During the lots of social media or news report review, they always says that they emphasize Hong Kong people should love their country, which is include Hong Kong and China. And they also state that there are lots of opportunity and chance in Hong Kong because we have a great backup China and we have our Bay Area, so that we can find lots of opportunity or a chance in there. And they also said how good Hong Kong when the national security law implement. They say that it's much more safe and much more stable than before. But on the other hand, their families or parents or consort maybe have a different nationalities or different country passport. As an example, this woman used to be our chief executive, and this man is now as our chief executive. Although their nationality is Hong Kong or China, but their consort and their children, the nationality is UK. There's a lot. It's quite common in Hong Kong government or Hong Kong people. The Hong Kong government officials, their nationalities Hong Kong or China, but their family, their parents or their children, the nationalities is different. It's not Hong Kong maybe, or they send their children abroad or their properties in different countries. So the double mind condition that I can find is they always said that how good Hong Kong is. They have a lot of opportunity there and great chance with China, but they send their children to study abroad or their children and consort have different nationalities. So, but are they love Hong Kong? These two kind of people, in my opinion, I think Hong Kong people love Hong Kong. They love the place of Hong Kong but they don't like the system in Hong Kong, or they want to have their children or kids have a good future because they see no future in Hong Kong, so they choose to leave this place. But on the other hand, to the Hong Kong government official, I think they don't really love Hong Kong because I think that loving Hong Kong is one of their job requirement or criteria. They need to promote that how good Hong Kong are. But deeply inside, I don't think that they really like Hong Kong because their husband or wife or their children are different nationality. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, very deep problem. Yeah, thank you very much. Do you have any comments or questions? Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
You seem to be really spoken about this. Do you love Hong Kong and do you plan to live in Hong Kong or do you plan to
I don't like the system in Hong Kong and I don't that much love Hong Kong, but I like my friend and my family. Yeah. If I have money, I will choose to leave Hong Kong. But I know now.
right now you can
Okay.
Yeah, right now I can't.
So, yeah, go ahead.
What was, because I don't know the situation, but what was the major difference after the implementing the law? What was the key factor that people decided to leave immediately?
I think because the main difference is the freedom of speech. I think we can not talk that much before, like before, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I want to know how you define love Hong Kong because I think it's hard to know the definition of love. And like in your presentation, you said Hong Kong people usually said that they love Hong Kong verbally, but then they choose to leave Hong Kong. So in this double mind, you can find that the positive aspect is like they said love Hong Kong verbally, but the negative part is that they leave Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So depends on your presentation. I would assume that your stance is like leaving Hong Kong means that they don't love Hong Kong. But actually, in my experience, many friends they sent to prison because they went to the protest in Hong Kong, and after they came out, and then they can only choose to immigrate because they don't have future in Hong Kong. Because you sent to prison and then no one will hire you in the future.
Yeah.
And so that in this situation, I would understand why they leave Hong Kong because they don't have a choice. But in this situation, I'm not sure how you see this situation because it's like they don't have choice, but not means that they don't love Hong Kong anymore.
Hong Kong doesn't love it.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
A kind of the differences between their kind of the believing and their reality, you know. If you are focused on the reality, you have to leave Hong Kong. But as she said that if you are a kind of the focus on the ideal society or ideal Hong Kong, you can say I love Hong Kong. But from her point of view, maybe it's just actually a kind of hating or some kind of the don't like Hong Kong's reality. It means, isn't it?
Like you stay or leave Hong Kong is your standard to define whether they love Hong Kong. But I don't think this is the only standard you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any standard or?
The standard.
A kind of the standard of judgment. You know, leave or stay.
Oh.
Someone may stay in Hong Kong. Yeah. It's actually, I think that it's a kind of the agreement with the Chinese policy, in a way.
Maybe they still don't like, but they have not have that kind of resources to move, or they just want to stable in Hong Kong because they have everything here, and they want to know. They never want to go out to a place they don't know. I think.
You understand? I'm not sure. But I understand that it means that you still want to change the situation of the Hong Kong if you are stay in Hong Kong.
Maybe, yeah.
Right?
Like because like now what you said is like many Hong Kong people immigrate to UK or Canada, whatever, and then like Reese is a Briton, and he always introduced me that Britain will welcome Hong Kongers, and
Yeah.
I can see the news in Britain or Canada, many Hong Kongers still promoting the political issue in Hong Kong currently. So
Yeah.
I don't think they leave Hong Kong means that they don't love Hong Kong, because they
Yeah.
just change the place or change the country to promote the same idea.
Yeah, so maybe they love the place but they don't like the system. Like I said before, I think because at the end when I talk about, I think in my opinion, I said some people when they leave is still love Hong Kong, but they don't like the system, but they have no choice because they need to care about their future of their children or themselves, so they choose to immigrate to other country, but they still love this place, but don't like the system. Yeah.
I understand.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.